Welcome to Growth Week 2012. My name is Ramesh Vaidyanathan, and I've just been talking to Peter Ajak. He has recently returned to the brand new country of South Sudan, where he is working as the Deputy Country Director of the International Growth Centre's operation there.
Well, if you think of it, the number of challenges, any possible problem that you could imagine that a state could face, we face in South Sudan. This range from the fact that we are not really yet a nation, because if you think of it, South Sudanese have never really been governed under a one political umbrella until really July 9th, because before that, the tribe of South Sudanese were largely autonomous and they were making their own decision. Chiefs were making decisions whether to go to war with their neighboring communities or not. You have different tribes. We have nearly 64 tribes in South Sudan. And then again, we have never really had any regime that actually care about our people. At the same time, we have problem of security. Because of the war, there were a lot of militia groups that were either with the government in the Sudan, or they were with the SPLA or the different tribal groups. There was also proliferation of small arms in the hands of civilians. There's also the cultural practices of cattle raiding that is quite common among different tribes. So security is a major problem. Then now we are a nation state and we have this problem of immigration. Criminal elements are coming in from neighboring countries. We have a very difficult time like controlling gangs and violence. We have a constant threats from the north. We have issues of borders. And then we have a problem of economic management. We come back from 2005, we have this oil. Before that, our people were agriculturalists. And even still, large majority of South Sudanese are employed in agriculture. But the oil sector has become so dominant, and controlling the oil resources has been quite of a challenge. So the kind of challenges that you can imagine for these one-year-old nations are so many. You can't really finish the list of all the challenges we face. And the major challenge after you list all the challenges that we don't have any capacity to really deal with them. So we have so many challenges and we lack the bureaucratic capability or the experience in which we could manage those challenges.
What is the experience that you bring of your fortune in being able to have education at top schools in the United States, and then your work experience there? What does that bring to your ability to contribute to addressing some of these challenges that your new country faces?
Well, the main thing that we definitely bring to the table is the fact that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. This is not like Roman Empire when Augustus was laying the foundation of Roman state. There's a history of nearly 2,000 years of state formation. And of course, there's a lot that South Sudan can learn from a bunch of countries that came before us. And certainly we do bring that to the table. We also bring to the table the new ways things are being done, technology and the 21st century opportunities that exist, and how South Sudan itself can use those opportunities in its quest for development.
Tell me a little bit about the economy and what you think the prospects are there, because it seems to me that in any country, developed or developing, old or new like yours, there's an issue for people, the population as a whole, just wanting to feel that their lives are getting a little bit better day by day, year by year. What are the kinds of things about the economy that you were pointed where you hope that some progress can be made over the next few years?
Well, certainly there has been quite a lot of progress. If you go and ask South Sudanese how they feel before independence and after independence, a lot of things have improved after independence. But there are still enormous challenges in the economy in general. Because I mentioned to you before, the sector that employs the majority of our people is agriculture. Over 80% of South Sudanese households are employed in agriculture. And if you look for the last number of years, agriculture has not been growing as much as we would have liked. South Sudan is still a net importer of food when we have some of the large, massive arable land in the world. But we are unable to take advantage of that due to a number of constraints. And I think this is areas in which most progress can be made. The security itself, because if you are in your farm and you get shot in the farm, it's unlikely that your neighbor will go to the farm the next day. Infrastructure, especially feeder roads that are connecting villages to the market. So having produce to access the market, major problem. So focus in agriculture is one particular area in which a lot of improvement could be made, because if we are food secure, it will improve our health. Children will be able to go to schools and are able to pay attention. So the starting point, and you look in the history of development, has always been agriculture, and that's still the same for South Sudan.
Let's turn to the IGC, which you've become involved with recently, and you're here at Growth Week for the first time. Tell me a little bit about how you see the kind of contribution that the IGC's work can make to the development of your country.
Well, part of our main problem in South Sudan, most of our debate is limited to politics. We don't look at things from objective view. Our politics has become the dominant factor in making decisions with regards to resource allocation, to economic policy, to everything. And one thing that South Sudan absolutely needs is objective policy debate that is really based on evidence. So what IGC brings to the table is this huge network of, that it has with various academic institutions. We are here in the London School of Economics and many other institutions like Oxford University, the research networks that it has all over the world, and bring back that sort of experience, that international experience that many other states have gone through, and then use that skills also to conduct like regional research in South Sudan in areas that can provide government with first-hand evidence about what is actually happening in the country. So IGC brings to the table ability to change policy dialogue from politics to like evidence, and also to build a research and network with our researchers and academics in South Sudan.
Peter B. Ajak, thank you very much.
Thank you.